In a heartbreaking and deeply shocking case, Brian Whitelock, 57, has been sentenced to a whole life order, meaning he will never be released from prison after brutally murdering his 71-year-old neighbour, Wendy Buckney. The crime took place in August 2022 at Ms. Buckney's home in Clydach, near Swansea. Whitelock carried out what has been described as a brutal, terrifying assault, using a kitchen knife, a broken table leg, and wooden shelving to attack her. The injuries inflicted were so severe that prosecutors said there were too many to count. Whitelock, a convicted killer, had been jailed for life in 2001 for murder and manslaughter, but was released early in 2018, after being deemed low risk by the authorities. Despite a brief return to prison in 2020 for assaulting a shop worker, he was released again in October 2021. Less than a year later, he committed another horrific murder. Wendy Buckney, who lived alone, had hired Whitelock to help with odd jobs around her home and garden. Despite knowing he had a criminal past, she believed in second chances, telling her family, "Everyone deserves a second chance." Tragically, her kindness and trust were repaid with unimaginable violence. Prosecutors revealed that the attack was not only brutal, but also deeply disturbing, with evidence suggesting a possible SA. Whitelock later confessed to police that he had tortured Ms. Buckney during the assault, admitting that she had begged him to stop. He was arrested at the scene after confessing to a neighbour, saying, "I've killed Wendy." When police arrived, Whitelock was covered in blood, wearing only his pants inside out, and rambling about what he had done. He told officers, "I definitely killed her. She was begging me to stop." Whitelock's violent past raises serious questions about why he was released early multiple times. He had originally been jailed for life in 2001 for murder and manslaughter. After his first release in 2018, he returned to prison in 2020 for a violent assault, but was let out again the following year. Tragically, this series of decisions allowed him to kill for the third time. During sentencing, Mr. Justice Griffiths condemned Whitelock's actions and the betrayal of trust he showed toward Ms. Buckney. He said, "She deserved nothing but your gratitude, but you brutally murdered her anyway, and you have never, ever suggested a motive. You killed her for your own pleasure." The Ministry of Justice has launched a review into the circumstances surrounding Whitelock's release, though they have declined to comment on any disciplinary actions. A spokesperson stated, "This was an appalling crime, and our thoughts remain with the friends and family of Wendy Buckney. A serious further offence review is currently underway, and we will share the findings with Ms. Buckney's family." This case is a stark reminder of the dangers of releasing violent offenders without sufficient safeguards. Wendy Buckney was a compassionate and trusting person whose life was cruelly taken from her. Our deepest sympathies go out to Wendy's family and friends during this unimaginably difficult time. She was described as a kind and loving person, and her loss is truly devastating. We can only hope that the review into this tragedy brings some answers and ensures no family has to endure this kind of heartbreak again.